right, you guys. So I pretty much just tried to record a video, and it's about my auntie or somebody's auntie. So as I was getting into the video and recording, my throat started acting up, and so I was like, okay, so this is somebody's auntie who doesn't want me to get the message out, who doesn't want me to get any messages out towards the collective, so the collective is in the knowing. I know. They know that I know. They just don't want other people to know that I know what's going on, because whatever story that they're portraying to other people is not really what is, right? They're giving off this other story. They're trying to portray themselves to be one way, and they're really not. They're one way in front of people and another way behind closed doors. Okay? And everybody know about this auntie? Okay, this could be it. This auntie could be into beauty. I'm getting a lot of different stuff going on with that, with her beauty. And the appeal that she tries to give off to other people. But as I was talking and going through the message, I went and I said prideful, and the whole thing cut off. So this auntie has so much pride. Okay? She's very prideful aunt. So this is about the auntie. I saw this card a couple of times. I didn't really address it because nobody really addresses this aunt, because everybody knows how she is already, right? That's one of those kind of aunts. But we're going to address it because it keeps coming up. So this aunt just won't stop. She won't give up. She just can't stop. I'm hearing, I just can't get enough. Does that aunt say that? Or does that aunt feel some way about that? Like, is that what she say when she feels some type of way about something? Or, okay, so let me go ahead and do this message really quick. Okay, what should we know about the aunts? What should we know? What should we know about aunts? Why do you keep showing me the aunt card? Ooh, okay. So it says this, family. So it's the aunt, but it's other people in the family too. Okay, so it's the aunt, but it's more people than just the aunt. So they said, don't give one person all that credit. Okay, it's the aunt. She got a lot to do with behind the scenes, the sneaky one who they're pretending she's not doing stuff, but she really is, kind of thing. But this is a family. A lot of people in the family are included in this. That voice. So other people. Does somebody have something wrong with their voice? Does somebody's voice act up sometimes? All of a sudden it might go hoarse, or it might have trouble with their voice. Tell your truth. Speak your truth. Okay? Because they're trying to stop other people from their truth, but can't speak but won't speak their own truth. What are you really hiding, or what are you trying to stop other people from hiding, and it's backfiring? Because they definitely don't want me to speak, even though I've been in my healing. That's how I know that this is I'm here and go get your tea. I got my tea up there. I should just go make it. They said, go get it. Okay. I said, go and make your tea, because they playing. they playing. Well, we got quick solutions over here. Like, okay, but anyways, don't focus on the past. See, they like, don't listen. We keep going. Don't focus on the past. But it's a lot to do with family. Okay? And they know you're not focused on them. They know that you're moving on and you're healing and you're going through your journey without them. And on the inside, it bothers them tremendously, whether they show it or not, okay? God was healing you while they were plotting against you. Look, God was healing you while they were plotting against you. Didn't I just say, what was I just say I was doing, you guys? Okay. They manipulated people into thinking things are one way, but it's really not. You were telling the truth the whole time, but they were manipulating things to make it seem like spiritual chains and ties being broken with family. You guys, what did we just talk about? Spiritual ties and stuff being broken, and that's why they're mad. They plotted against you, and they're mad because you were moving on from them, right? Where's that card that said that you were moving on from them and they plotted against you, and chains are being broken? Okay? So just keep going. Just keep going. And I'm getting right here, look, right here, this fell out too. Don't focus on the past. Okay? Yes, your mother. Everything was a pretend. Uh-oh. 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 Grandma. Ooh. Uh-oh. Yes, your mother. Everything was a pretend. From when my grandma was alive. Grandma. She said, trust no one. Okay. Okay, Grandma. Just keep going. Okay. Okay, Grandma, what should we know about my mother and my family? What do you want us to know about my mother and my family, Grandma? Grandma. What should we know? I can feel them. Y'all. I can feel. These cards fell on the floor. And they fell on the floor. I'm going to pick them up. So I'm going to take these first because they fell. Okay? So I'm going to take them first. It says, don't worry. All the songs you listened to as a child is relating to now. Nobody told you. We got 2 blanks. So 2 people, okay. And then it had, okay. So they said to focus. Okay. And it said, keep going, light worker. I'm on my spiritual path. Okay, so why is my grandmother's energy in here then? Why is grandma's energy in here? Why is grandmother's energy in here? Are they just trying to explain to me why is my grandmother's energy? Okay, so you're right about your father. You're right about your father, so your father, okay. And then it says, you're right about everything. My son. They know after this, they cannot get into your life anymore and nothing to hold on to. So this has a lot to do with family members. What happened when you were young between your aunt and your father? When your mother wasn't around. Oh, look down, it says father, y'all. Okay, and you're right about your sister. And y'all, and I'm getting, is it cold in here? How do y'all think I'm not going to feel what you guys are doing? How do you guys think that I'm not going to know what you guys are doing? Okay. They're telling me, is it cold in here? So for all the ones who are intelligent, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody who's tuned in knows exactly what I'm talking about. No, it actually feels pretty good. It actually is, it feels kind of great. Thank you. Because it actually was starting to get hot, it was summertime. So now it's kind of, especially because I'm tuned with nature, so it just makes me feel. But continue. Okay, don't focus on that. You are already strong. That's why it took all of that. But now you're even stronger and wiser. They tried to crucify you. They all went against you in some way, yet they cheer, even though it took all of them. Can this be for the collective? Did it take an army against the collective? And then I'm getting study philosophy again and illusions, okay? That's a big part of what family like to do. They like to hide behind illusions and things like that. Okay, so we said a lot here pretty much with family, what we already kind of know. So if you guys have intuition, use it. It's more than just that, but that's a start for those who don't use theirs and utilize their intuition. There's other stuff, but that's a start. Definitely, okay, so you guys know the truth, right? So I don't really have to come on here because I don't come on here to prove anything. I don't come on here because I have to, need followers, or I need to have a certain quota done a certain week or a certain day. I don't come on here for that. That is not my motive into doing this. I want the truth to be told, right? They say the truth will set you free. So, but I want the truth to be told. Not only that, because why not? Why? Why would I continue to play in other people's illusions knowing I know the truth? Okay? They want you in isolation. And the thing about them wanting me in isolation, they belittled you. The thing about them wanting me in isolation, the isolation was actually great for me in the healing process. So that's what I'm saying. Your enemies think that they're doing something by doing all these things that you know they're doing, right? They don't know that it's actually working out for the best. They thought they can play you. But how can you play somebody when they know? Like, so who are you really playing? You're just going with the plan that they already know about, and they're watching you go through your stupid plan. And so, I'm sorry, wait, what? How are you winning, or how are you feeling as though your plan is working when the enemy already has revealed, like, and here's the thing about me, like, it says there are karmics. And you will be okay. I will be okay. I will be okay. You will be okay. I know. So so somebody needs to hear this. You will be okay. In your family dynamic, I don't know if some of you guys are still dealing with family members, are trying to figure out if they're karmic, if they're good for you. I know that not everybody's on the same spiritual path or going through the same journey. So if you have family members where you feel like the karmic are not good for you, or trauma bonding, or manipulating, or hide behind facades and materialistic things or things like that, are they really the devil in disguise? And you find a way to separate yourself from them, because if they're not healthy for you, you don't need to be around things that are not healthy for you. Okay? We don't stay in unhealthy and toxic situations, whether it's friends, families, or what have we. Okay? So whoever needs to know this, you will be okay in the situation. Okay? But they're all in on it. So don't think maybe the fake beefs or the family members, they're all in it. So for whoever needs to hear this, have a positive attitude and know that other people are going through similar situations with with their family. You are not the only one. You are not alone in this situation. You're never alone anyway. But there's other people out in the world who happen to have family that are pretty much, it was a lesson. It was supposed to teach you something and help you, again, we're born in darkness and then we come towards the light, more towards the knowing, And so now that you're in the knowing about these family members, about who they are, how they behave, you have a choice on whether you want to deal with them, have them in your life, knowing how their personality and their habits and their characteristics are. You have a choice. There's always a choice. Okay? So, but have a positive attitude no matter what. Don't take things as a loss. Take things as a new beginning. Don't take things as an ending. Take it as a new beginning. Don't think of things as the glass is halfway empty. Think of it as halfway full. Don't look at life the way that your family has want you to perceive life, because life is all about your perception. Don't let somebody put illusion over your eyes to change your perception, because really, right, you can break down that walls of illusions, because all you have to do is change your perception. And if they are trying to block your perception and blind your perception, then move them out of your way so you can focus your lens on something that's more important to you than that illusion that they're trying to bring into your life. Auntie and family. And the family failed. So the family, see, while they were cheering, they failed. But I am the rising phoenix, and so is other people. Rising phoenix, lotus flower, you guys came from mud, you guys came out the trenches, and you guys grew from pretty much nothing. And they want to say, no, you grew from something, you just didn't listen. You continue to grow, fail, continue to grow. And you didn't see when the phoenix rises from ashes, right? You know how ashes burns and it becomes, and then it rises again. See, they thought they burned you. They thought they got you. Remember, they tried to crucify you, literally. But you're connected to Christ. So all they did to you was show you how much more you are connected to somebody you already knew you was connected to. Aren't they brilliant? They're very intelligent. Like, really? Like, come on, man. So they really thought they was doing something, because Jesus, what happened? They say he rose again. They crucified him. And now let me tell you something about what they did to Jesus. So his mother was watching. They lied, on Jesus. They had him hanging there. Before that, though, he had to walk with the cross right up a hill, sweating, tired in the sun. That wasn't enough. They had to nail him while everybody watched, right? Try to humiliate him, right? Literally nailed him to the same cross he carried on his back, right? Because that wasn't enough. They had to try to hurt him in every way they can possibly hurt him. Right? They crucified him. And he was righteous. Matter of fact, he loved them and tried to help them and wanted better for them, and they crucified him when his intentions were pure the entire time in his living on earth. So, and then he rose again. And now I know people are saying, well, I don't believe, or some people don't believe in Jesus Christ. Some people don't believe. Okay, so now I want you guys to look at it a little bit differently, okay? I want you guys to look at it like this then. Do you know somebody? Okay, I'm going to give it, and this is just a baseline for people who can't relate, who act like they can't relate to Jesus Christ. For those who act like they can't relate to him. Okay, and most people can't even compare life to his. Most people can't even say that their intentions have been pure the whole time on earth. Most people can't say that. Most people can't say that they have most people have manipulated off of greed, selfishness, lust, gluttony, pretty much the deadly sins. They have done that their entire life. That has been their motive and their wants and their desires and their determination throughout their entire life. Instead of finding ways to help people, heal people, do better for people, try to go where there's needed with intent to help others. Most people can't say they have done that. because they live a life for themselves, right? So most people can't even say that they can compare, or even just a speckle, of a bit. And now I don't compare myself to Jesus Christ at all. But if you're trying to relate to somebody, right, you have to relate to them on many ways. And many people just can't relate on that type of way and that type of level to believe to begin with. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why they don't believe. But you know, if you live a certain lifestyle, a certain type of righteous life, then you know that people will crucify you, right? Even when you were in the right, even when you had every intent of purity, even when you've done it, they will still try to crucify you as you were wrong and you were a bad person, or you had bad intent, ill intent, or what have we, and try to make it stick. So everybody else believes it too. Remember, because they had to convince everybody that that wasn't really Jesus. But they knew that there was a Jesus coming, but they had to convince everybody that there was no Jesus. Or that wasn't the Jesus, that he was false, right? He was the false prophet. They had to convince everybody of that. So when they was done convincing everybody, right, then they had to crucify him. While everybody watched him being crucified, nobody said nothing. They cheered, right? They felt like they was in the right. They didn't know how connected he was to God. Never crossed their mind that what if they was wrong? What if? What if they had made a mistake? So they carried on with their pride. And they carried on thinking that they were right. And they carried on thinking that they knew everything, right? And they were just so sure of themselves. And then they were wrong. They were fucking